welcome to the podcast.
Woo-hoo.
Ross and Paul are about to have a domestic.
We've had a day of it.
Thanks for joining us.
We had a day of it. Yeah. Sorry about that. It's just if I don't have a postcode, I can't do it.
That was
Sounds
rubbish.
mental, but
Where's all the fighting? Where me and Chris were looking forward to a fight.
we're past that. We live together. It's
You did, didn't you? Yeah. Well,
We've had the divorce, and
now
it's
you're
the
just close
amicable-
mates.
Yeah, it's just the amicable. Yeah, we know it is.
I don't think Paul's actually realised that I'm recording. That's fine.
That's all right.
What, old postcode Paul?
Yeah.
As he's now known.
Yeah.
So we got Postcode Paul, Angry Adam, Raging Ross, and Curious Chris.
Why am I Curious Chris?
What's
just
that all
did,
queer?
Because the way you say things.
Because you got a fucking weird basement, and you won't let anybody in.
You bastards. Why do I have to be Mr. Pink? So yes, this is the SNEWS Button
Hello.
podcast. Hello, SNEWS Buttoners.
Hello.
We do have another podcast called Just Another Retrocast, which is going to be, well, not so retro this week, but kind of retro. So this week we're going to be talking about the Isle of Wight Comic Con. And where we live, on this little tiny island, we don't have Comic Cons. It's the first one ever.
We have Tractor Fest, don't we? We have quite a few Garlic Festival. We
Sweet
Tractor
Corn
Fest.
Festival.
Absolutely.
Whole row of boys and barns, and we can just all go and have a go at them for five corn on a carb.
Loads of festivals of the sea.
In its defence, it did have two big music festivals each year as well.
It did.
That's
fair
just
enough.
one now.
Yeah.
Well, there's at least 8 music festivals a year on this island.
Do they still do, is it Motterson Jazz Festival?
No, it's gone.
Fuck
Yeah.
music. Music's for the kids.
Anyway,
Do you know
so
why Motterson Jazz Festival's gone away?
because it was undersubscribed.
Because jazz is shit.
There's that.
Anyway, right, so I suppose to people on the Isle of Wight, it might be quite nice to hear a review of this newfangled Comic-Con thing, and for people in America, and because there's quite a few American listeners over the pond there listening to our podcast.
There was a couple of Americans out.
Oh, there were at the Comic-Con as well.
Yeah.
So for you guys that have Comic-Cons all the time, come and have a listen to our podcast and you'll see how they probably started out. Cause,
We're going to have a chat about it.
yeah. But that's the other podcast,
On
not
a
this
Thursday.
one. On a Thursday. You can hear that on Thursday. Or maybe Friday in America. Who knows? Which way around does the time go?
No idea.
Ross will know.
Backwards.
What about the plug holes? Which way do they go?
They're the same way.
Ah,
They're both in the Northern Hemisphere.
there you go.
He looks so cheesily happy with himself for that.
Fire! Fire!
Right, on with the show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the SNEWS Button, episode number 20, with Ross Murphy,
Hello.
Mr. Adam Gattrell,
Hello from down here.
Mr. Paul... Oh, he's on a beanbag, that's why. Mr.
He looks
Mr.
like
Paul
a Buddha.
Brown.
You know those
saying
little
I'm
porcelain
fat?
Buddhas?
Mr. Paul Brown,
Hello there.
who doesn't look like a Buddha.
Definitely not. I ain't getting in the beanbag. There's no chance of me getting back up.
Compared to me, you look like a stick insect.
I've done something today. Paul Brown's got more than one T-shirt.
Don't let him have sex with you. He'll eat your head.
At least.
Come on, Chris. What have you been... No, don't start with Chris. Paul, what have you been consuming?
Fuck all. I've
We'll
just
start
been...
with Chris with beer till 10 o'clock.
Just the topic of our next podcast. That's what I've been consuming. Just that. Just full on living that. Just getting stock ready. So I can't. The whole week's been a complete utter fucking blur. But if I think of anything, I'll butt in a minute. But at the minute, nah.
Just in case you didn't know, and you didn't pick it up earlier on, the topic of our other podcast is Comic-Con, and that's what Paul's talking
Yeah,
about. 'cause
I've
he
just
was-
been eating, living, breathing. I've woke myself up Friday night, stickering, doing price gunning.
In your sleep?
In my sleep, yeah.
Amazing.
And I was price gunning stuff in my sleep. It was brilliant.
Were you reducing everything to £1?
Nightmarishly, yeah. Yeah, it was about that, yeah. Quick, it's got to go. So, yeah, that's been my nightmare this week. I've been consuming that completely. What about you, Adam?
For me, I've been watching all the regular things I watch, but I went on holiday for the first time in
of
ages.
course
But
you
not
did.
like a good holiday, just like
Holiday.
yeah.
Hang about. Didn't you say I'm going away with the missus for the weekend? It wasn't a good holiday.
Well, no,
but-
as in like the location. The location.
She's
Wait,
not
wait,
listening to this, is she?
Wait. Does it not make it a holiday?
I
No,
suppose
he's just got holidays.
oh dear.
Yeah, we spent 4 days in Winchester.
Did you have holidaynal?
No, definitely didn't do that.
I don't know if you
It
can
would
call that
definitely be
holiday.
horidanal if you went near mine.
City
My
breaks,
bum's awful.
City breaks about as far as you can push that.
Yeah,
Holiday's
it's
a
not
bit
a
of bold
holiday. That's what I
statement.
mean. It's not a proper holiday. It's like getting away from the Isle of Wight and going to the land of England for 4 days to a city that's far more expensive than you expect it to be.
Try and pretend you're in the real world.
Yeah,
Oh, mate, that
yeah.
part of the country is some of the most expensive part.
Well,
of the whole
that's the
entire
crazy. I
country.
was saying to Chris before we started recording. The crazy thing about Winchester is you've got like a McDonald's and a Debenhams right next to like a white company, the white company shop, who do like 160 quid shoes and like 400 quid jeans and stuff like that. Like there's nothing in the middle. It's either really fucking cheap and standard high street stuff, or like London insanely expensive places all on one street.
Brilliant.
But then you got there's dim tea. We went to like a dim sum oriental restaurant, does all types of Asian food, and it was amazing, and it wasn't that expensive. It was
Cool.
really good quality. And then we noticed a place called The Overdraft, which I thought was a great name for a pub, which does ales and tacos. And apparently
love
if you
tacos.
sell tacos, you are a tequilery.
A taqueria.
Oh yeah, but tequilery they had written up, which was interesting.
So they don't sell just tequila and you
No,
just
it's
happen to go
it's
for the ale.
literally like what you call someone that sells tacos.
In California, they're called taquerias.
Yeah, they had that on the website, but they had tequileria, I can't even say it now. Yeah,
One of
it's
you's
weird.
right. If you're listening,
Well,
at
there was
home,
both
just Google it.
spellings, and
Is it?
it was quite weird. Yeah, because
Ah.
I thought it was all about tequila, which is why we weren't like, not sure. But yeah, it turns out it's tacos. But there's a place called Pie Carumba, which you guys will probably quite
Fucking
like.
love a good pun, don't they?
It's like pie and mash, but you go in there and the whole place is covered in nerd stuff and comic books.
Wicked.
And you can rent them for events, and they'll bring a stall down and dress up as comic characters and serve you pie and mash.
What I love about Winchester is you look at the front of the shops and you think, okay, this is a Vodafone store. And then you look up and it's just all, what is that, Edwardian architecture?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in like a
Massive
500-year-old
pillars and-
building, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. It looks amazing.
If you want a dad joke thrown in at this point, by the end of your holiday, did you have a taqueria?
No, I was all right actually.
Oh, that's all right.
Bit of constipation one evening, but you know,
Well, that's tacos.
TMI
I think that was all the street food and vodka.
and holidays.
Magic.
Welcome to the Gastrocast.
I did.
Right, did you actually consume anything between you two fuckers?
I consumed.
did.
Yeah,
I was getting onto that.
I
was
reckon
just
we've
talking
all.
about Winchester.
I bet we've all done the same one. It's got to be.
Stranger Things.
That's the one.
Yeah, I've done all of Stranger Things, and I also watched in Winchester. We went to see a guy who his song was the last song in the first episode of Preacher, and he's had songs in various American
Wicked.
TV
He's
cop dramas.
He's pretty famous.
Called Son of Dave.
Yeah, I think people would know him,
He's
yeah.
been around for a long time doing blues, but he also does beatboxing through a
Yeah,
harmonica
his first
and
album
stuff with
definitely
loop
isn't
pedals.
blues.
No, but he was doing a lot of blues that night, and he has been a blues musician for years. But
Uses
he
the
also
harmonica.
does harmonica
quite
and
bluesy.
beatboxing. He's very good, and he was hilarious.
Loop pedal, right?
Yeah,
Loop pedal extraordinaire. Really, really interesting
he is.
stuff.
He is
to
here
listen
for any
to.
of our Isle of Wight listeners. He is on the Isle of Wight in December doing a gig, and it's only a £5.
He's
so
played
look
on the
that
Isle
up.
of Wight before.
Yep.
He played the Rhythm Tree Festival about
Yep.
4 years ago.
What the fuck is going on with this podcast today?
I don't know, it's not really movie-esque at the
It's not
moment, is
really-
it?
Well, no,
It's
but
not really our podcast so
consuming,
far.
So, you know.
What about you, Ross? Have you
Shut up
consumed
about
anything?
blues music and jazz festivals
And Winchester.
Fucking Winchester. Right,
Go on
have
then,
we all
Ross.
seen Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
Oh, for fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
typical. Well, I've been a little busy, but I'm up to episode 5 or 6.
We're just going
we
to
just
spoil it
save
for
it.
you.
Which,
We'll
all
save
right,
it
we
for
just
next week.
rescued the cop guy from the tunnel.
Okay.
That's where I'm up to. Hopper, yeah. Hopper's hopped out. It's
Okay.
all sorted. Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, we'll just talk about it next week then, yeah? Do you think you'll finish it, Paul?
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
think you should just cover your ears and hum to yourself.
Why don't
Paul.
we just?
No, let's do a spoiler cast where all four of us can talk about it next
Why don't we
week.
just summarise our feelings so far up to this point?
Without spoiling it,
Yeah.
and then next week, once he's watched it all, we can spoil it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, are we,
Because if anyone ain't watched it by then, that's their own shit fault.
and these other things you could say, like, are we all looking forward to a season 3? That's not going to spoil anything for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things like that.
Righto. So, yes.
Paul, you ask us some questions that
Right.
you think won't ruin it for you.
They
They all die.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, everyone's dead.
No, but everyone comes back as a ghost.
No,
and
the
they're all-
upside down's just the inside out now.
Oh, right, that would work.
Yep.
Yeah. General pace. Is it as good or a better or same and just we're used to it because of the first one was slow
the pacing
paced?
for the second season just generally isn't as good as the first season anyway.
No.
There's
Just-
a real weird speed bump towards the end of the season.
Is there?
And you're just like, what? Why have I seen this episode?
So it feels like they've had to cram it in a little bit or...
Yeah, well, there's areas that they explore that could have been a completely different season. They could have just explored that in a season on its own.
God,
Yeah.
I'd kill
Or
myself if
almost
that was
as a
whole
spin-off.
season.
Yeah,
Or certain things could have been done as a spin-off, even.
yeah,
I hated that episode.
yeah. Fair enough.
So the fact that you're going, oh, let's make it a season. I'm like, no, you're objectively wrong.
Yeah.
It depends, doesn't it, on it depends on the number of characters involved.
Or maybe they're planting seeds for that in the future, so it'll be like recap. You know, like we did with Better Call Saul and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
might
yeah, it's a
be-
possibility.
Yeah, it
in
could
reality-
real easily turn into heroes, though.
Mm.
Like, it could
Yeah,
get too broad.
bad.
Yeah, but like, do you know what I mean, though? It could
Yeah.
easily just be... could just get too broad and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
lose
yeah, yeah.
everything that's good
That's
about
it. I like the fact it's small town. It's quite insular. There's only a number of people that know about the whole thing at the minute, and it's all quite secretive.
There is plot-wise, there is a reason for that episode, though. You know, there's a certain strengthening of powers and stuff going on.
Do
So,
we
yeah.
find anything more out about our two new visitors? The older kid who's obviously gay for the guy who used to be into the old, you know, he used to be the head of the school.
Ah, yeah,
and the ginger girl.
That's not particularly well handled either.
Is it not? Because
I don't
that's doing my head in at the minute that we don't know anything about.
Oh, I don't know.
You will
I
get
don't
some
think-
closure, but it's-
Yeah, I don't think that was necessarily badly handled. I just don't think
It's
they...
absent of any substance.
It
That's
does.
the trouble.
It's, yeah, well,
They
it's
nick that.
kind of not really as important as other stuff, so they don't go into it as much as they could have. But I
Most-
don't think it's...
most of that story arc's
bad,
been
but-
stolen from American Beauty.
Yeah,
Right.
It's hardly the most original reveal.
Right.
yeah, it's a
Yeah, yeah.
standard sort of story for the time, isn't it? So
They could have made it more interesting.
yeah,
Could have. She could have been another test subject. He could have been.
See, that's where I thought it was
No.
going. Then I thought, hang about, she's
pretty
Maybe
normal.
she is, Paul. Maybe she
maybe
is.
she is.
You'll never know. Well, you will.
Oh well, I should do by the end of the week. But so general feeling then, we're thinking it's as strong as season one.
No.
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 Do you think that's because we were just blown away by season one and that's tainted our expectations of season two, or
They had a specific kind of modus operandi, I suppose, for the episodes
Yeah.
for season one.
yeah,
So they would always end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it would make you feverishly want to pick up the next episode.
yeah?
And that's dropped off. In
I
this season.
don't know. I felt like I wanted to watch each of the next
Yeah.
episodes because of the endings.
I
but-
thought the cliffhangers weren't too bad actually. I just feel the pacing of the story.
Yeah.
It's not quite as.
You-
It's not quite as gripping or as mysterious. It's not got that.
You've kind
dirty
of had,
edge
and
about it.
I hate to say it, and that is kind of a bit of a spoiler, Paul, but you've had the
Yeah.
last of the cliffhangers
Right.
in
Yeah.
reality
Yeah,
for
yeah,
for this
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
I think there's moments where it gets tense and gets you grip and is a bit more gripping, and then the rest of the time it's kind of just flowing along at the pace it's going and isn't quite enough. But then I think that there's exactly what I thought would happen. It's become too much about the nostalgic influences.
There's a lot on this one, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's
a
a
lot
lot,
more than in the first series.
a lot of
like
80s
really
references.
obvious ones. Like they've made a point of chucking in specific specific shots of characters stood in certain places that are posters of stuff.
Oh,
They've
right.
had outfits. They've had
Oh,
lines.
do you mean like Hoffa walking through the pumpkin patch, like
Yes.
the alien picture,
Yeah,
and stuff?
like they've
Nice.
specifically put those in, and
all
although
right.
although that's cool and clever, that it's just happening all the way through.
See, I don't
Like,
mind that
every
as long as it-
episode has
yeah.
got so much of it. It's just like I kind of, unlike the first series, I feel like they're pushing the nostalgia thing in this one far more than they did in the first.
I think they probably will because they've
Yeah.
picked up on that being a real
that's what everyone
mark.
talks
Yeah,
about.
that's what
afterwards.
everybody. Yeah, so they've.
It
I think
could,
this. Yeah,
could
this,
be worse though. In
Yeah.
honesty, they could like freeze frame it and then move on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that would be terrible.
So- yeah.
But at least like some of the songs they were sticking in there were quite You know, they were very.
They've
80s,
obviously clearly got a
90s,
budget
but
now for.
Yeah.
They've licensed music.
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
they?
absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a Bon Jovi track chucked in there towards the end in the episode that you don't like, actually, Ross. Well, none of us like, I suppose. But that particular track, I don't think you'd know it unless you'd bought the single for Living on a Prayer. I'm pretty sure it's a B-side.
Did you notice the?
I don't think it's an album track.
That
I might be wrong.
You've just admitted to something that you probably should not have admitted to.
What, that Bon Jovi Living on a Prayer was the first single on CD I ever bought? Why?
Well, yeah. Double denim douchebag.
Do you know where I bought it from? Barry's Exchange.
Of course you did. Still
Yeah.
there. Still tiny. Nothing in there worth buying.
Anyway,
Amazing.
Barry's Exchange. What a
Yeah.
shop.
I really liked it as a series, but I there were weaker points, and then certain bits were absolutely amazing, and they did really well with certain stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted each series to be only involving maybe one or two characters from the previous, and having a totally different stranger thing each series, and
Yeah.
they've kind of done what I was hoping they wouldn't, of carrying on the story. It was good, but I worry that by the end of the third series, I'll just be fed up of it, and they won't have finished it, and then the fourth series will come out, and I won't bother.
I feel really sorry for the little kid.
Which
the
one?
The main one that keeps having all this shit happen
Oh,
to
yeah.
him.
Will,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Is it Will?
Yeah, he's basically... He was hardly in season 1, was he?
No, because he was missing, or he's stuck in the upside down. And then now he's had the shadow monster like up his nose
Yeah, he did.
and in his
Yeah.
ass, and
Yeah.
yeah, and he's
Rinsed him.
been fucked over quite badly.
And the other kid who was in it, he hasn't learnt how to act any better since the
No,
first
he's
series.
a terrible actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dustin...
surprising,
He does
isn't
this.
thing,
There's
isn't
this
it?
amazing bit where him and another character are looking at each other, and they do what I call the Kirsten Stewart, which is standing with your mouth open and your eyes slightly wide, but not quite wide enough to look like you're shocked. But your mouth looks shocked, and your eyes don't look shocked, and you just stare at the other character, going, "Oh." And that apparently is acting.
All you've done there is describe that advert as a guy having a stroke at the football match.
That is Kirsten Stewart's acting.
Nice.
If you smell burnt toast...
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin's the best thing in it, isn't he?
Dustin, I don't think I think our main little kid that keeps having all the shit happen to him, the one with the bowl haircut.
He's good at acting.
He's
I'll
the
give
best
him
actor,
that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
But I think the best character is Dustin.
Yeah, so I'm saying
in the
he's
whole
the
thing.
best thing
yeah,
in it.
the best
yeah.
character, yeah. All right, yeah, he's quirky, isn't he? He's got the nice
full on
kind of,
He's got
Goonies,
some of the
isn't he?
greatest lines in it as well,
He
and
has.
has some of the greatest moments.
and they're well delivered this season. His acting has improved since the last season, I think, quite a lot,
Yeah.
which is cool. And I like the little monster, D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
You've met him,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Well, I've met him, and did you notice when he escaped in the school?
Right.
Did you notice the musical reference?
What was it?
It was the music. They did their own music, but it was almost note for note the same as Gremlins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a whole section there when they're coming out the door and they go, "Shit, where's it gone?"
Even the music that is their own has that whole like copying of nostalgia. Like it's severely integrated into this series.
Yeah. That's cool.
When it comes out on Blu-ray, they need to do what they did with Spaced and have
Do a
that
homage-o-meter.
thing, a homage-a-thon or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Well, they've got a on
There's
Netflix,
a
haven't they?
special.
It's,
Yeah. So
Beyond
an episodic
Stranger Things,
kind of,
yeah.
called Beyond Stranger Things. So an episodic review.
That's weird, isn't it? A
hosted-
post-show in a post-show for a thing that you can just watch it from start to finish.
Yeah,
But then they do that with they did that with Walking Dead on the TV channel, didn't they?
Yeah, but-
weekly, but
Stranger Things comes out all in one go.
But that's
Yeah.
it's
So
another
there's
retro
water
nod,
cooler
isn't it?
movement. There's no water cooler moments,
No.
is there, with Stranger Things?
No.
Unless you consciously go, should we pause it and have a little chat about it?
Well, I think
before
some of the people actually do watch it. It's harking back to that whole retro, and it's a retro concept, and I think
Yeah,
people
yeah.
like to
And the
treat
re-
it in that way
the
as well.
really
the pace of it.
nerdy people will go and watch, like same as Star Trek Discovery. There's the After Trek or whatever it's called. No, people will go and sit and watch all these afterwards things because they can't help themselves. They want more, and if you put it there, people watch it.
people just eat it up, consume it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Stranger Things. What's it called? More Stranger Things?
I think it's Beyond Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. It's hosted by the guy that plays the head of the community college in Community.
Yes.
The bloke that runs the community college. Bald head.
Dean.
The Dean.
The
Yes.
Dean Pelton, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Trick or Dean.
Yes. Turns up in a fancy dress costume.
It's fantastic.
Or something. But yeah.
Too much? I love him.
So yeah, he's the host, so you'd probably like it, Ross.
Yeah, maybe.
Absolute
I
silence.
was just thinking of the Christmas one. He's like, Dean, Dean, Dean. Dean, 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 Dean. So good, that show. Everyone
I need to go and
watch
watch
Community.
Need to watch more. Right. Shall we crack on?
Go on,
one
then.
other thing I just really wanted to mention, because it took me about 5 episodes to go, who is that guy? The new Doctor. Not Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean.
new
Yeah,
Doctor.
I was trying to figure out where I've seen him before, and I've seen him, I remember. I can picture him a younger face.
It's
yeah.
Burke from Aliens.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's the guy that, yeah.
It's the horrible guy from Aliens.
Yeah, the guy
isn't it?
that, I kind of guessed that
The
they were doing
accountant
something
sort of
with
dude,
that,
yeah.
like early on, and I thought they might be sort of, because it was supposed to be a homage to, like, sequels. Stranger Things 2 was supposed to be a homage to the greatest sequels ever.
Right.
So, yeah, him being in it made a lot of sense. Like, fucking people over and just saying, yeah.
But
oh,
him also being like literally the opposite of his character.
He's not really the opposite of his character to start with. He comes around. He turns out to be a good guy. Shall we move on?
Yeah, news.
Let's have some movie, TV and stuff news, shall we?
Posters and fonts.
Very little in the way of posters and fonts this
Oh, what a
week,
shame.
I'm afraid, sorry. But Taika Waititi, he's the man of the flipping hour, isn't he?
Yeah.
What's he been doing
Do
then?
we know that there's a What We Do in the Shadows TV show coming?
Good.
No.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows, Paul?
Yes. I got a little bit concerned then.
I see what you mean.
No, I've taken all those cameras are left in your old house, and now I need to go and retrieve them. But yes, I have. It's great. But I don't know how that's.
Okay,
it could work really well.
Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, is it the all the vampires that live together and these?
Yeah.
And it's the whole vampire werewolf thing, and it's very amusing.
It's like a mockumentary.
Yeah, it's very well done. But will that translate well to a really good series?
Well, yeah, I think it will, because it's going to be called Paranormal Event Response Unit, and it's going to follow the 2 police people, the police guys. Yeah, that's a good title, isn't it?
That could be good.
So it basically is a carry-on from the film in the sense that it's following them around the city they live in and other paranormal stuff that happens in that city rather than just the vampires and the werewolves. That'd be cool.
Cool.
Dealing with werewolf fights in the park. You can get some of the actors from the film back in occasionally.
Yeah, little cameos.
Do you guys remember why it is that they don't eat the cops? Because they're their buddies, aren't they? They turn up at their house all the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember the line about they prefer to have virgin blood because it's quite nice to have a sandwich and know that somebody's not fucked it. I like that. But yeah, written and produced by Jermaine Clement and Taika Waititi. They're both involved with the TV show. There's no release date yet, but expect maybe Halloween next year or early 2019. And New Zealand On Air have put $240,000 pounds, New Zealand dollars.
So 50p.
Oh no, wait, no, there's a lot more than that. They put $1 million into the project.
Good.
And they've also paid $240,000 for 8 episodes of Taika Waititi's sketch web series, only in Ontario.
Cool.
Also to be screened on Marrow Television. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok has absolutely slammed the box office this week.
It's good.
It's earned 121 million, with the next movie on the list coming in at 17 million. So that's quite a difference.
Christ, yeah.
And then the number 3 is at 6.7 million, which is the Saw movie, Jigsaw.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
not a surprise. There's a finite amount of people that can stay interested in that series by this point.
What, you mean the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Saw franchise?
Jigsaw.
I'm quite interested to watch it. the Jigsaw movie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pay to go to the cinema.
I don't think I'd pay, but no.
Yeah, but I'd feel like I'd need to watch the other 5 Saw movies I haven't seen.
Have you not seen?
I've only seen 1 and 2.
Oh, well.
Told you this before loads of times in the podcast. Sat in the front row, saw 2. I had to do that look around thing, and then the needles.
I think I got more involved.
Done.
I got more involved in the conversation about being at the front of the cinema than I did about
That was like 10 years ago.
content of the
At
movie.
least 10 years ago.
But yeah, you should watch 3. I think 5's quite good as well.
So just don't
fuck
bother
it.
with
Just
4.
watch them all. Yeah,
I'll watch them all when you lot all watch the Fast and the Furious movies.
No,
Yeah.
you're all right.
Still need to
I've
catch
watched
up.
4 now. I've watched 4 of them.
What, 1, 2, 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Did you notice a marked bump in the road?
What?
Like 3's bad, isn't it?
Wow, they're all bad so
4's,
far.
and then 4's a big improvement.
It's a big improvement. It's still bad.
You wait for 5 and 6, mate. They are banging.
And then 7's awesome, right?
No, 7's okay. 5 and 6 are
I
the
thought 7
pinnacle.
was like the one that brought everyone back. That was like the most amazing one.
Nah, 7's it's good, but 6 is really, really good,
Okay.
and 8's okay.
Okay, so we've got about, 12 hours of our life to spend to catch up,
Yeah.
Nah,
or more.
I caught the tail end of Pacific Rim last night. Fuck me, I'm glad I didn't watch all of that.
So
That's
bad.
shit.
I like it.
Shockingly
dross.
shit. It's high budget. It's one of those shit films you see on the horror channel.
Yeah.
You know, like Mega Shark and all that shit, but with a budget.
Yeah. It's pants.
Fucking
Some of the
dreadful.
acting in it
the
is
acting,
terrible.
the scripting, everything. It's fucking dreadful.
Jesus,
It-
look at the trailer for what they're doing with the second one. It's
But
just, it's worse.
Like the whole duo connectivity Power Ranger bullshit inside the suits. And,
Yeah, it's...
and even the graphics of the fights are good, but then it just gets too shiny.
Yeah.
The most complicated thing in the known universe isn't clever enough to drive one of these machines, so we need to get another brain in it. Bollocks.
Fair point.
Yeah. Do you want to hear my Pacific Rim review?
Go for it.
I saw it at the cinema and thought I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've done this before.
I can do my Man of Steel review at the same time as
Yep.
Pacific Rim. When I brought my PlayStation 4, it came with Pacific Rim and Man of Steel 3 on Blu-ray.
They're both still wrapped
They're
up
still
in this,
in the
yeah.
wrappers.
See, I did this. I went to the cinema to watch 8mm.
Oh, yeah.
Came out there really enjoying it. Thought it was a really good film. Because it was off the back of like Seven and all that sort of vibe.
That's
Thought it was
the
really
snuff
good.
movie one, right?
Yeah,
With
and
Nicolas
then
Cage.
yeah, and then about 6 months later, I showed it to friends and sat there and I was embarrassed.
Right.
Cause I'd big this film and say it's great. Like even a quarter of the way in, and I was just so embarrassed.
Were they gone in 60 seconds?
No, they bless them. They
Did
sat
they
it
send you
out
to the Rock?
the whole bit. We even got through the come to daddy scene, and yeah, I just said I'm really sorry about that.
It's
at
not
the
as
end.
good as it feels after that first watch, is it?
Yeah,
'Cause I
it's,
tried
it's
watching it twice,
dreadful. I
and-
was so embarrassed. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Should have watched The Wicker Man.
Well, which one? The remake? No,
No.
I've not gone
Yes.
anywhere near that. The original's fantastic. Anyway,
It is.
going off topic again. What else we got in the news?
Yeah, okay, so look, Thor Ragnarok, like I said, that's at number 1. If you want to know what's at number 2, you probably don't care. It's Bad Mum's Christmas
Really?
already. That's your
Wow.
17 million taker.
Jesus.
And yeah, everything else below that. See you later, movies. Yeah, moving on. Lord of the Rings. We all quite like Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, tell me some stuff about Lord of the
No,
Rings.
I'm going to switch off for a little while. See you later.
I respect it, but I've not really.
power down
I
there,
respect it. I just
Yeah,
can't
I'm
give a
the
shit.
same. Yeah.
Well, then I'll enjoy this while you lot talk about fucking comic books all the time.
I've got
Right.
an ass to pick. You go for it.
So, Amazon, it looks like they're going to be making a TV series
Of what?
of Lord of the Rings.
But stuff from Middle Earth.
No, I think it's actually Lord of the Rings.
So
What,
a
so they're going to
remake?
remake Lord of the Rings,
As a
but
TV
do
show.
like the completely unabridged version of it.
Maybe.
The stories of Tom Bombadil.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, there's only him in it once, isn't there? I think.
He's in about 3 chapters though, isn't he? The
Is he?
book's a fucking tome. I love it, and I've got it. I've got that hardback version of it that's illustrated, and it's a murder weapon, mate. You'd kill somebody with
If
that if
they-
you were hard enough with it.
Yeah, well, you could kill somebody by boring them to death by making them read the meeting that they have in the first book, couldn't you? It goes on for fucking chapters.
Oh, I like
Oh, I
that. It's
hate
world building. No, I like it when they have like the. I like it when you read things and like Gandalf's the first person who's ever used Mordor tongue. And I'm like,
what book is this?
and it's like
This is the first one.
This is
in
version of
Rivendell, and like and it freaks all the elves out a little bit,
Brilliant.
even though they're like basically immortal. They all get like a little. It's like fingers down a chalkboard to them.
Do you think that's a
And I
nerd
like things
sex
like that.
term? Mind you, if nerds have sex, but I'm going to use the Mordor tongue. Oh no!
Nice.
Give me the fear. Right in the ring. Anyway, so carry on.
God. One ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
In the
With
darkness
the
bind them.
Mordor tongue. Right. Sorry.
Doesn't really need making, does it?
No. But the funny thing
who's
is,
making it? Amazon.
Well, it's who's the picture house that made it originally?
New Line Cinema.
Okay. Oh, Warner Brothers are selling them the rights.
Yeah, because Amazon don't sell enough of the fucking books.
Yeah, Warner probably
So-
own New Line, don't they?
So, yeah, basically, all the stuff that they weren't able to fit in because of time constraints in the first one, I suppose. Yeah. What do they do about sets? What do they film it on the same sets? Do they? What?
The problem
Jesus.
is, at this point, that because when you take into consideration the Hobbit movies as well, and the artwork that Alan Lee and the other guy did, there's a Lord of the Rings looks a certain way.
Yep.
And it can't look any other way, can
Yeah.
it now?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Well, because
Because it would be weird.
Yeah, but it's a new version. Change it up, make it look different.
No, it's like the Star
don't
Wars
know
vibe.
who-
Always, like, do you know what I mean? It's got an aesthetic, hasn't it? Star Wars.
why don't they put
Can't
it in
look any
space?
different.
Is that what you're saying, Paul?
Oh well, I was
That'd be
just saying that.
amazing.
I was just saying that
Lord of the Space
certain
Rings.
franchises have certain aesthetics, but I'm up for that. Hobbits in space.
Lord of Saturn's rings.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yes.
really difficult for them to go. It's going to be really difficult for them to get anybody else to do it other than Weta. Like they
Yeah.
like who. That's what I mean. And the other thing, like you would really struggle to go. Where are we going to? It'd be really difficult not to make New Zealand the place where you film it as
I was
well.
going to say this could end up really. It could turn. Do you remember that really bad series Hercules? If they're not
Oh,
careful, it could
God,
turn into
yeah.
that, couldn't it?
Absolutely. While we're on that subject,
Yeah.
Red Sonja. Well, it's not really that.
Shit, they're bringing that. back.
Well, it's not really related. One's a Greek myth. The other one's not a Greek myth. Yeah. I don't know where Red Sonja comes from, to be honest. But yeah, there's another movie of Red Sonja in the works. I think this is like the fourth time somebody's like created a script, and it's got to scripting stage, and yeah, I think been dismissed by studios
I've
3
not
times in a row now.
I'm not surprised. I don't think the original film was that
No, the
inspiring, was it?
original
It's
was
a bit
awful.
dirgy, isn't it?
Although, did you
I
guys
thought it was all right.
do you realise it's not Conan the Barbarian in that movie? I always thought it was.
I thought it was. I thought it was like a
it's
crossover
not.
vehicle sort of thing.
Hang on, I've got it written down here somewhere.
So what's he called in that then? Just the barbarian,
Dave the Angry Man.
angry man.
Prince something or other. Hang on a sec.
Prince Adam of where is it? Estonia.
Prince Caledorian. Caledorian. Yeah, Caledorian. In the Bridget Nielsen 1985 version.
See, he's such a versatile actor. You know, it's
Who, Arnie?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. A little dig there.
I still think his best role being a barbarian was when he played the King of Persia in the Jackie Chan Around the World in 80 Days.
I need to check that
With
out. I've not seen
Steve
that.
Coogan.
What?
Left field answer that.
Okay, I need to see that.
Steve
What-
Coogan and Jackie Chan playing Phileas Fogg and
and his little... What?
I'll
helper?
tell you,
Yeah,
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger's
but it's
best
not like
role.
it works the way that they've done it. It's
Okay.
completely ridiculous. But Arnie plays like the King of Persia, who has statues of himself everywhere and is completely obsessed with himself.
Okay.
And it's like the best bit of that whole film when they meet Arnie. It's cheese because it's Steve Coogan and Jackie Chan doing an American film, but it's a Sunday afternoon film.
Okay. This Sunday. I'm on it. Right, so yes, Amazon, they're kind of making this Game of Thrones, this Lord of the Rings, their Game of Thrones. That's what they're hoping for.
Right.
So
Good
luck with that, Amazon.
Mm.
Who knows? We'll keep you posted. Bloody Star Wars, Ross.
Yay!
So much Star Wars. Loads of Star Wars. No? You're not been up on Star Wars news this week?
I'm not really into Star Wars.
Posters today.
Not really into Star Wars. Such a kidder.
No, tell me about this Star Wars.
What, this, as in like...
Well,
Tell me about the adventures of Luke Starkiller.
You've got the title wrong already. It's like not Star Wars, is it? It's
Isn't it?
Stars War.
It depends if you're buying Lepin or Lego, doesn't it, really?
Mate, I've got a Boba Fett and it's from Star Wars.
It's not from Star Plan, then.
It's just WOLS.
That's my favourite one, Star
Technically,
Plan.
it's called Star Wars, and there's like one war and lots of stars. So technically, it should be
Stars War.
Well, you say that. I think there's a number of wars.
Well, no, it's just one big one, really, just in lots of locations.
Yeah, but the Empire and the New Order aren't really the same people, are they?
Or the Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah.
They're all kind of interconnected.
It's just
as
good
one
guys
war.
versus bad guys.
Yeah.
It's
That's like saying
tale
China
of
and
good
Japan are
against
the
them.
same people, isn't it? It's just not on.
No, it's very
It's
different.
just
to that.
racist.
Anyway, so yeah,
Tell me some Star Wars news without spoiling a single bit about the new film that's coming out.
there was a new trailer this week.
Don't care.
Do you know?
No.
Well, not really a trailer, more like a TV spot.
Yeah.
But add some more footage in it.
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Luke's on the Millennium Falcon. That's all I saw.
Yep, okay.
And I was like, no, I'm done.
And a bit,
down the page.
a bit of Ray having a bit of a
Don't
lightsaber
care.
duel with him. Okay. But that happened. So there is a trailer out there. We'll pop it up on our Facebook page.
Yes.
Go and have a look.
Or go and watch the film when it comes out.
Or both.
Yeah.
Was that an intentional pun?
What?
Go and have a Luke.
Ah.
Go and have a Luke.
No,
and
it
the
was
Stars War.
But yeah, Kathleen Kennedy has gone to
Sack
press.
somebody.
No.
Kathleen Kennedy's sacking of the week. Oh yeah,
She sacked herself.
Do you know what they did do? They fucking shut down Visceral, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
indeed.
so Visceral are the company. Right, EA have bought the license for Star Wars, like for like 10 years or something. They paid something silly so that only they can make Star Wars games. And Visceral were the studio that made Dead Space, wasn't it?
Oh,
Dead
yeah,
Space?
yeah.
Dead
Yeah, it
Space,
was, yeah.
really fucking good game.
Really good game.
And then they got Amy Hennig, who wrote Uncharted 1 and 2. So, and
Shit.
then they were going to make like a third-person action adventure in the Star Wars universe, and they shit-canned it and closed the studio.
Oh, wow.
Silly move.
Dickheads.
Oh, that's gutting.
Yeah. So that's 2 Star Wars games that got cancelled because everyone wanted a spiritual successor to that 1313 that we got a demo of. They got as far as making like what do they call it, a vertical slice. So they put together like gameplay, but it was only from like about like a very tiny section of the game.
Right.
And then that got cancelled as well.
Whereas EA keep making Battlefronts that aren't as good as the actual
Well, hang on, Battlefront
Battlefronts.
2's not out yet, so let's not judge.
Meh.
Oh, that's out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, November 17th.
There's
or
a
something.
launch trailer also going up on our Facebook page. Makes it look very cool.
Does
Looks
look
like a
good, doesn't it?
name. It looks like a lovely game. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people I know who've had involvement in beta testing have said that basically everything's behind paywalls.
Yeah, I think they fixed that.
Will they
I think
though?
they took
It's
some of the
EA.
feedback and fixed it.
Wow.
Fingers crossed. What were the bugs with the first game?
It was shit.
Wasn't shit. It was just
Bit
not,
short, wasn't it?
wasn't much to it. It was
No single player, no split screen player for you to sit with a mate playing bits. There was only 4 ships and then 6 ships that you could fly around as in dog battle mode.
dog battle
battle.
mode.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where
I
you
don't know
get
what
dogs
they
to
wanna
fight
call
each
it.
other.
And then
It should actually be called Dogs Battle
yeah.
because it's multiple dogs battling.
Well, they called it
And not
battle.
dog
They
battles.
called it space battle mode or something, but it's dog fighting. Like with
It wasn't
with
very
crafts.
good, was it?
No.
Dogging fight.
And then in the multiplayer
Space,
online,
no one could hear you
like-
bark.
Space dogging. What was that? Space dogging? What?
No, I just said in space, no one can hear you bark.
Okay.
No, it's
you can't you can't
shouldn't
play as
have.
any of the heroes or villains you want to play as because they had it limited by you having to buy DLC to get extra characters.
But in its defence,
Is that Run
if
DLC?
you bought a PlayStation 4 tomorrow and you got basically always on the store like the deluxe edition with all of the contents, like a tenner,
Yeah, but it
worth
doesn't
a tenner.
have all. It doesn't have that much content. That's the problem for
Well, it's
me.
got all the it's probably double the size of the game it was when it came out.
Yeah, but it's still hardly anything. That's like 12 characters.
Would it occupy you
Ooh.
for 10 hours?
No.
Yes.
Well, then it's worth £1 an hour,
Easily.
isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Apparently, Kathleen Kennedy has planned out the next decade for Star Wars. She says, we're sitting down and we're talking about the next 10 years of Star Wars stories, and we're looking at, narratively, where they might go. Future stories beyond Episode 9, with these new characters, Rey, Poe, Finn, BB-8, but we're also looking at working with people that are interested in coming into the Star Wars world and taking us to places that we haven't been yet. That's exciting too, because it's a vast galaxy far, far away. The possibilities are endless.
The thing is, what's more exciting are episodes 10, 11 and 12 than any of this. Like, oh, and now we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi sat on Tatooine doing fuck all, or we're going to retcon it and make him fight the Empire secretly. Or Yoda. This is one about Yoda. At least he's 5,000 years old or something, and so he can
Here's young
fucking-
Yoda when he was 8. Like,
Only 800 years old.
yeah.
BB-8, really a character?
Yeah, a continuing character. Yeah, there's been some stuff kind of leaked about.
Are you
like-
are you arguing the point that droids have a right, Paul, to be
No.
considered characters?
I think, I mean, if you've already got established characters like R2-D2 and C-3PO, and you've not done a spin-off with them yet, why would you jump straight onto a BB-8?
Oh, he
and go
won't.
with
He'll
that?
never be.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they're going to make the BB-8 movie.
That's what I thought.
No.
Fuck, it's
No.
going to be Wall-E, isn't it, that? Fuck me.
They did a Droids cartoon. That's kind of a spin-off of...
Yeah, I mean, that's as far as it could go, really.
Wasn't it them on the planet with Ewoks as well, or was that...
Ewoks
No, it's
was...
a
Oh, no, I
different
think there was a
Ewoks.
crossover with that cartoon, though, wasn't there?
Really?
Yeah,
think so.
there was a droids and Ewoks cartoon crossover.
Was there?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Not
it was
even
awful.
animated the same.
I didn't even
think
think,
weren't
that
they?
they'd left the planet in Droids. I don't know, I can't
I
remember.
know Boba Fett turns up in Droids.
Does he?
Yeah.
Don't remember that. But still, I was about 8, so it's a long time ago.
It's been a long time since I've seen any of them.
Yeah, so building on like the characters and stuff, I mean, the Porgs, for instance... I think
Just the name.
the Porgs, yeah, I think
Porgs?
or at least one of the Porgs is going to be sticking around for a while, because I think, Chewbacca's taking him on as a companion. So
They're like owl penguin pigs. It's
Nice.
amazing.
In my head, I've got...
in the trailer,
I've got
it's the little
Chewbacca.
thing set on the dashboard of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just goes.
That's a Porg.
And see, in my head, it's that Shane McGowan or whatever his name is from the Pogues,
Ah.
just hanging out with, yeah, just because he'd make a similar sound to. Well, he does make a similar sound to Chewbacca. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
that'd be an interesting band, actually. Yeah,
But yeah, that Porg that's on the trailer, that's Chewie's new little mate. I suppose that's after he's lost Han Solo.
It's a replacement for Han
Yeah.
Solo.
fuck me.
Yeah. Which is quite interesting.
By the time it gets to episode 12, Ross, it's just going to be entirely animated characters and droids. There's going to be no actors in it at all.
It's going to be that Christmas special episode, isn't it? That's
yeah,
where they're
no,
going.
they're just going to get the best worst bits from Attack of the Clones and just go, oh, let's just just do it all in CGI.
Just have
There
some
won't be any
show
real
tunes.
people.
Throw some show tunes in there. Yeah.
There is apparently a chase scene between BB-8 and his evil doppelganger type thing, BB-9E, in this new movie, which involves BB-8 running away and then having to put on a disguise
Oh no.
to try and
Rolling.
get past the evil robot. Which, you know what? You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like a children's movie.
Sounds like
That's fine, because that's what Star Wars is.
sounds like an episode of Rebels, mate.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There you go.
I don't mind it. I just think the Porgs it's just like a weird choice, especially the ice foxes and stuff. It's just Pokemon.
It's just like loads of different Pokemon.
Yeah.
The ice foxes have been... There's been some kind of details on the schematics of the creatures in the new movie released this week as well and stuff, and they're talking about... There are some like weird non-guardian creatures that live on the same planet where Luke's been hanging out, Ross. Have you seen these? They look like...
No,
frog.
I'm just...
Let's
I'm
hope-
a little bit
Let's hope
annoyed
they're
that we're even
connected
talking
to
about it
Darth
now.
Maul.
They've got-
Let's hope they're connected to Darth Maul. Like
Darth
in
Maul is from
Rebels and
Dathomir.
Okay, imagine some nuns and put frog faces on them.
The sisters, or
and
whatever they're
that's,
called.
that's what you got. So, but yeah, apparently they've got a shared DNA with the Porgs.
Cool.
That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Do we share DNA
We
with...
share DNA with fucking everything. Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, science again.
More science news.
I've
Go on,
never
what else we
seen
got?
Ross look so unimpressed.
Han Solo. Let's talk about Han Solo, because Ross loves Han Solo. The Solo movie. They've reshot about 80% of it, apparently. I suppose that's not very surprising. But
Well,
It's fucking bollocks, man.
but then if they've reshot 80% of it and most of it was short little snippets of the guy not being able to do jokes, so
Yeah.
they've just gone, right, we'll refilm all of that, then fair enough. You can't really... You've got to refilm it if you've got rid of the
I
director.
just can't imagine
and-
this guy being charismatic enough to be Han Solo.
no, I know what
It's
you
a,
mean.
yeah, it's a big
If he's
thing
like,
to
oh, I
live up
don't
to.
like it, they're trying to make me be funny. Like, Harrison Ford's funny in all of those
Yeah.
movies. He's funny in Indiana Jones
Yeah.
all the way through it. He knows what sort of movie it is and, like, reins it in a little bit.
Is that the lines... Is it the line? No, it's not the lines that were written for him, is it? Because he ad-libbed quite a few bits and bobs, especially in Indiana Jones. I don't know about Star Wars, but...
I think there was some ad-lib in Star Wars. I think most of it was scripted.
Wasn't the bit
but-
with the gun, like, shooting the...
Indiana Jones
bloke?
that was a
That was ad-libbed,
ad
wasn't
libbed,
it?
yeah.
It's really poorly, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Was
was
Really,
shitting,
really,
Like, just didn't want to go through the
shitting
fight
liquid horrendously and had gut problems, so he just wanted to get through it quickly, didn't he? So
scene.
he
So he just pulled out the gun and
yeah,
said, "Pff, right, that character's dead." Walked off set and had a shit.
yeah.
Right. A runny one. Right. Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of
Temple of-
Pantaloons of liquid.
Yeah.
the Throne of Doom.
The
What
la-
else we got?
the la-
Right.
The Last Crusade.
There is
Ah.
that.
Sorry. Right. Black Mirror Season 4. It's getting pretty
Yeah.
close.
Cool.
There's a load of episode titles been released.
Is Charlie Brooker even involved with it now, or has he just sold it to Netflix? And it just seems to have gone, like, Series 3 was great, but it was very far away from the style of the first two series.
Thing is, like, he wrote, I think, the first couple, and then the rest of them were other people's ideas that he's just produced, which is cool. That's fine. And in honesty, he's in charge of the tone and everything,
Is he's still in charge of the producing it?
as far as I know.
That's right, then.
Not heard anything to say otherwise. Season 4 is due to drop before the end of 2017, but there's a bit of a rumour suggesting that we might have to wait until December,
Oh.
because post-production on some of the episodes is proving a bit lengthy, which is also a good thing. I think I'd rather they took their time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Is that one of our
Somebody's
phones?
phone's ringing now.
That is me.
Is it a phone call?
Answer it on the
Who is
podcast,
it?
Adam.
My mum.
Let's speak to your mum on the podcast.
Hello, Mum. You're on a podcast.
Put her on speaker.
Yeah, let me put you on speaker. Don't say shit or bugger.
Hello, Adam's mum.
Hello, Adam's mum.
How are we doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. What have you watched this week?
What have you watched on TV this week?
No, I want to know about your bus pass, you silly boy.
Bus pass? You're on a
Yeah, but we're podcasting, so you just got to answer a question first. What did you
What
watch?
have I watched on TV?
Yeah, that was really good.
Don't
No,
say
I'm not
strictly.
doing this. This is that thing you do on the...
Did you just
Adam
evacuate?
spent weeks on this podcast pretending he's an adult, but then his mum phoned him up and asked him about his bus pass. So
Amazing. Did she just evacuate and hang up?
Yeah.
she's like, "No, this is that thing you do. Bye."
Brilliant. Love it. Right, okay. Black Mirror Season 4. Do you want to know anything like titles or directors or anything like that? No? Okay. They're out there.
Tell me about the episode where somebody's mum keeps ringing up and asking about his bus pass.
Yeah. Okay, there's a list of episode titles out
I
there
don't like-
and stars and directors.
I
So
know.
go and have a look at it if you're interested.
No, I don't like. I don't care about. I might have spoke about this before. I just don't care about titles for TV programs, episodes.
No?
No,
Oh, yeah,
like
you've
my
said
brother.
this before, actually,
my brother
where they-
fucking
yeah.
know. He'll go like I'll go. Like when I talk about Simpsons, I'll be like, "Oh, I love the one where he falls down the cliff on the skateboard." And Josh will be like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that one." And
I know when this came up. This came up when we were here with Bobbin and we were talking about Game of Thrones. It was Game of Thrones episode titles.
Yeah.
That's when it came up. Because Bobbin knew them.
Yeah, because I don't mind it with stuff like Rick and Morty, because there's certain episodes where the episode is named after the main thing in the episode, so you can remember it.
Yeah.
But it's TV shows that go out of their way to call stuff like...
My favourite one of those is the Atlantis one. The Atlantis Adventure, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And then it's the Citadel of Ricks episode.
Yeah, like the first 4 seconds is them going to Atlantis, and then it cuts to a totally different thing.
Like the only title for I know the title for one episode of Breaking Bad, and it's just Box Cutter.
Oh, because he kills the bloke with a box cutter.
Yeah, but it's and it's only because people were banging on about it being called Box Cutter that it's even stayed in my mind. Weirdly, I
Trials
downloaded all
and
the
Tribulations.
Yeah.
Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah.
Is that a Tribbles episode?
That's the DS9 Tribbles episode.
Is it? Is there a DS9 Tribbles episode?
Yeah, where they go
it's
back.
fucking brilliant. They
I've
go.
not seen that one.
It's one of the best episodes of Star Trek, man.
Ever.
Oh, hang on, wait. Hang on. Is
They
it the one where they
cleverly-
cross over?
Yeah, they
the two?
cleverly
I
put
have
them in
seen
it. Yeah,
I have seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, I thought for some reason that's logged in my head as being Captain's logged in my head as being
The trouble with Tribbles.
well, no,
'Cause that's the
Next
original.
Generation. I just had it in my head
right.
that it was on the holodeck or something of Next
No.
Generation, but it's on Deep Space Nine.
The-
Stand corrected.
Last thing on titles, I downloaded all the Friends for Anna because she loves it and put it on my Plex server. So Plex does this thing where it sorts all the media out and gives it titles and stuff. One good thing with Friends, because it's the only good thing about it, their episode titles are just, this is the one where this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one where Ross goes on TV, or Rachel
Aren't they
burps a
called the
fig.
one where Ross gets a cat, or the one?
Yeah.
where,
Yeah,
that
they're
sort of
literally,
thing?
yeah. And it's quite good because that's literally, they have the title of the way I describe episodes.
Yeah.
You know, the one where Chandler has got a drug problem.
Me and the missus were talking about DVD. Well, actually about Christmas the other day, and she's mentioned about Friends, and I said about, well, should I get you the Friends box set for Christmas then, and you can get me the Frasier box set? That'd be great. And she said, what? Buy DVDs? I thought, well, good point, I suppose.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah. Why have physical media?
Just build yourself a Plex server.
We shall talk about that later.
I'll draw my own episodes.
Yeah.
Adam only watches one episode of Friends a year, but he hand animates it himself.
Yeah.
It's like Friends, but with extra thumbs.
What?
Right, come on, we need to get a moosh moosh.
Have you seen some of Adam's drawings?
It's-
Jesus. Speaking of extra thumbs, Beyonce Knowles, she's added herself to the Lion King cast. Do you care?
No.
She'll be good, won't she?
She'll
Well, I think she'll be quite good in the musical numbers, won't she?
What's her name? Nala. Does she
Yeah,
have,
she's just a...
does she have some musical numbers
Don't know.
in the original?
Must do.
You must know it like the back of your hand, Ross. Come on.
I can't imagine it's going to
remember.
be exactly the same as the original. I imagine they'll change it up a bit, won't they? Probably add in some extra, change the musical numbers and things.
She'll
like
probably
that, other
sing
than
the
big
one
ones.
where it's... She'll probably sing the one where they fall in love. Can't remember how it goes.
I like you, Simba. Put your willy in me. It would have been a totally different film if The Lion King had had the soundtrack done by ABBA, because they asked them and they said no.
Oh,
And
really?
then- yeah,
Oh, wow.
that'd have been a very different film.
The Lion King 2, here we go again. But yes, so also Eric Andre, Florence Kasumba from Black Panther, Keegan Michael Kay, they've all come on board. They are the Hyenas, and that rounds off the cast. That's it. Everyone's sorted and in, and production starts very, very soon.
Cool.
Release next year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, Playboy Enterprises have shut down development of the Hugh Hefner biopic
Why?
because, well, another victim of the Harvey Weinstein
Whoa,
sexual...
whoa, don't call them victims.
No, it's the movie is another victim of the Harvey
Right, okay.
Weinstein.
hell.
Jesus. The movie is another victim of the Harvey Weinstein scandal.
Why?
Well, because the filmmaker Brett Ratner has also been
It's a bit of a rat,
accused
apparently.
of some nastiness. So he's fallen under the same bus, and
Hollywood's just full of cunts, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Netflix have cancelled House of Cards as well.
I was going to say they've dropped Kevin Spacey completely, haven't they?
Yep.
They haven't
Wow.
cancelled it, have they? I thought they were just dropping it and going to end it by doing a series with him not in it and killing his character.
You're
off.
right. Okay, so in effect they've cancelled House of Cards, but they're doing a spin-off season, a spin-off
Where
series.
his wife's killed him or something, and
He's basically not in it.
Well, there's still a
Anyway,
whole
is he?
season that they've produced that's ready to be debuted in 2018.
but they said that the end of the season people have just had, they could just do a new one.
Like you say, Adam, Variety are reporting that there's a spin-off under consideration, including one focused on Doug Tampa. Does that mean anything to you, Ross?
Oh yeah, Doug Stamper.
Doug
Yeah,
Stamper, sorry, the
he's
cursor
the,
was hanging over the S on my screen. Yes.
Doug Tampa.
Yeah, he's like his hatchet man, fix it man, his mechanic, not mechanic, like
Equalizer.
what's it called? Yeah, that sort of
Yeah.
thing. Harvey Keitel
Is
from
Spin Doctor.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, but no, a cross between a Spin Doctor and a bounty hunter.
Right, okay. Oh, it's that vicious, is it?
Malcolm
Places?
Tucker meets Boba Fett.
Okay, so it'd make quite a good show, do you think?
I don't know. No, probably not. Who cares?
You should care. You're
I'm
on a
just
podcast.
really disappointed that I'm not even going to be able to watch American Beauty now without feeling a little bit guilty.
Well, look at all the other things he's done as well. I mean,
It's
look
not
at
that.
Seven, and
American
it's all
Beauty's in
like...
probably my top 5 films ever.
But it's not even that. Like
I've watched it. I don't know how many times I've seen it.
all the staff from like the old Vic have come forward with like situations, and Richard Dreyfuss's son has come forward saying, "I didn't feel like I could say anything at the time because like he was my dad's boss, basically."
Wow.
So like it's not just that it was one drunken situation where a younger male actor was at a party with older friends and he was drunk and mistook him for being older, and then got a bit lechy and then was told no and left it alone. It's like lots and lots of cases.
Well, he's
like
not denied any of it, though, has he? I mean, he
He said he
did
doesn't remember
He says,
it
I
with
don't
the
remember
first
any
one.
of it. I'm sure it may well have happened.
And if
But
it-
that's the
if it
thing,
did,
like,
I owe
in
them
that-
an apology. I
But
think.
then
It
someone
the
I was
Twitter
chatting
thing,
to
yeah.
the other day was saying, like, if a 14-year-old actor at that time was at a party with older actors that he was friends with, where the fuck is the agent or the parents?
Yeah,
that
what's
should be
going on?
protecting and safeguarding that child in a situation like that. What the
Yeah,
fuck's
that's
happened that
just
that's
fucking
happened?
Hollywood, though, isn't it?
But that's what I mean. Like the whole thing is fucked. Like, and there's just going to be more and more of it from so many angles. And you know, like if it was a one-off situation with him, we'd all be like, "Well, it's wrong," but he didn't realise the guy was that young. This whole situation was a bit dodgy. Fair enough. Like they'll sort it out between them. But it's too many people, so I just don't care about anything he's in. Just don't want anything to do with it now.
Fair enough. But the Hugh Hefner biopic being cancelled, Adam, that'll probably be...
Yeah, I don't
piss you
understand
off, won't
how that's connected.
Oh,
Brett
it's-
Ratner
Because
was-
yeah.
Oh,
He's-
because of Brett Ratner, yeah.
he's the
yeah.
filmmaker.
So somebody else pick it up, or
No, that's it. It's dead in the water. It's
Really?
gone. It's gone for now. So,
I suppose it's the wrong
another
climate,
one.
isn't it? Really?
yeah,
It's
true.
another one as well. Like Brett Ratner, he's done some like films I quite like, and now it's like, well, I can't.
X-Men.
No, not them.
But yeah. Yeah.
Should actually be called X-Men's.
Ex-persons.
Yeah. X-people.
More news about less rapey people.
More news about stuff you probably won't care about. 4 Weddings and a Funeral, anthology TV series. Yeah, that's exactly the sort of reaction I was expecting. 24, the TV show, but a female-led version.
What, as
What?
in just remaking it, or it's
Remake it?
carrying it
No,
on?
it's a continuation
Okay.
in
Fair
some
enough.
way, shape or form in the same universe.
Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah, fair
female
enough.
character-led.
Yeah, why not?
They tried rebooting it, didn't they? It didn't
Did
really
they?
work.
Oh,
Didn't,
right.
didn't pick up. Bobbin liked it. Hello again, Bobbin. Second mention on this evening's podcast. But yeah, it didn't do too well numbers-wise, I don't think.
No.
It's kind of had its day, I think, but still. Pet Sematary.
Ah, okay.
More Stephen King.
Yeah.
Every week,
Every
something
week.
else.
He's
that
hot at
Stephen
the moment,
King's
isn't he?
got coming out.
The remake of Pet Sematary it's actually going ahead. Of course it is, because everything Stephen King is bloody golden at the moment. And it's going to be directed by Kolsch and Widmer, who are the guys that did the indie horror Starry Eyes in 2014.
I don't know if I've seen
Don't know.
that.
Quite cool that it's being passed as kind of like indie directors. That's good.
Might make it actually more interesting than some of the big budget
Yeah.
stuff. Like give it an edge that they don't have.
Anyway, we don't know any release dates or anything like that. We just know that we've got these
Cool.
people attached to the project, so it's probably a good couple of years away, I expect.
Right.
By next week, we'll have 2 more Stephen King announcements.
Just
At
make
least.
the stand. Just get on with it. I want a TV series as a stand.
A decent TV set. I've
Yeah,
still not watched the
decent.
original one yet, but I might go and
Still
watch
worth
that.
watching.
Yeah, I might do that
Yeah,
as
it's a
my.
bit cheesy in places, but it's good.
I might watch that as my. When we go to bed, Jilly goes to sleep. I watch something on my phone type thing.
Yeah, probably phone's an alright thing to watch it on.
Yeah, it's not
No.
like filmed in massive like.
Well, you've got a better
sweeping-
film now. You've got a better phone now.
Yeah, it's true. It's got a bigger
It
screen.
is shot in 4:3 because it's old TV, so you might want to watch it on a laptop or a tablet. But
That'd be all right. Have you guys ever seen the Stephen King produced version of The Shining?
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
It's dreadful.
The Shining.
Really bad. I mean, it's
My
okay.
mate told me about it a while ago, so it's probably not worth watching, but it might be worth watching out of interest.
If you've not seen it at home, it's available
yeah.
in all good priority type places. It's like it, I suppose. It's a 4-part mini. What do you call that? A mini series.
Yeah, I got through 1.5 parts and just went, I can't watch any more of this.
Yeah.
I've watched the whole thing. I've watched it twice, and it's
Wow,
yeah, it's bad.
Jesus, mate.
Really
Paul,
bad.
yeah, Paul watches bad things.
Did you?
Paul takes pleasure out of watching shit.
We wearing thumb screws at the same time.
I every now and then. I mean, I
Nipple
like
clamps.
really bad films that are so bad they're good. This isn't one of them. Unfortunately, this is just really bad. But sometimes you just like to watch something. You just scream at the screen.
Yeah, I know
You're
that.
fucking rubbish. You're fucking rubbish. Just and it's about 3 hours of that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel the same about certain things. I
Yeah.
just watch them to shout at it.
yeah,
More on Paul's self-flagellation another time.
yeah.
Steven Spielberg. He's got another movie coming out.
It's all Stevens this week.
Yeah.
Bingo.
So yeah, we've got Ready Player One coming, of course.
Yeah.
But while he's doing post-production on that, he's gone and made another movie.
Really?
What a
Yeah, I
bus-
don't think he probably sits in ILM and does all the animation himself.
No, this is true. But still, that's
But
fair.
he did Jurassic Park and Schindler's List came out in the same year.
Oh yeah, true. Very true. But yeah,
But once his job's done, he probably goes home for a little while and
No,
does
he
nothing.
just-
Then
he
goes and does the next
probably-
project.
He probably micromanages every single part of the whole production of that movie because he's that sort of director.
there's a documentary out about him. I think it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. It's just called Spielberg. Apparently, it's very good. So it's like his early life in filmmaking and how I think it's like around the time of, it's Jaws is one of his first movies, isn't it? Is it the
Yeah.
second or third?
Um,
Fuel was the first one. No,
Jewel.
Jewel.
it's not a feature though, is it? I think it was a TV movie.
What,
It's a
Jewel?
good film though.
Very good film.
It's
Yeah.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
That's the one, going back to
Louis.
Stephen King, it's like a big truck thing chasing
It's a
him
truck
around.
chasing a
He-
dude.
What
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
Stephen King one? Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah, there's that.
That was directed by Stephen King. Did you know
Was
that?
it?
It was, yeah. The
'Cause
only,
I've got that on my
only
watch
film he's
list.
ever directed.
Maximum Overdrive.
Apparently, he was completely off his face on cocaine.
I
Of
can
course he
imagine.
was.
So what's this new Steven Spielberg film that he's been
of
making?
course. It's called The Post, and it's a bit of a kind of a period piece, 1971. The scandal with the government pushing through the papers that sort of kept the Vietnam War going,
Yeah.
and lying to the public about everything, and the Washington Post's decision to release the papers and therefore open the scandal to the public.
This isn't Watergate though.
It's not
No,
Watergate.
it's pre-Watergate.
It's pre-Watergate.
I'm slowly becoming an expert on the Vietnam War after watching about 10 hours of that documentary so far.
This would probably interest you then.
Yeah,
Ross.
it's be right up my street.
It should. I quite like this kind of movie. It sounds like it's going to be a bit court casey, a bit kind of like.
What's the Watergate movie? Is it All of the President's Men
Yeah, that rings a bell.
with
All
Dustin Hoffman?
all the good men?
Robert-
It's got David Frost in it.
Oh, that's good as well.
Not the Frost and Nixon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Frost Nixon. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one I've seen.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, there's a movie about the uncovering of the war, like the Washington Post uncovered Watergate. And
Don't
it's
know.
good. It's got Dustin Hoffman and Robert Redford in as the lead. I think
Yeah,
it's
not
called
seen
All
it.
the President's Men.
Cool. Is it good? Worth watching.
Yeah, very good.
Cool. Right, look, this one. It's called The Post. It comes out on 19th of January over here in the UK, 12th of January in America. So yeah, Ready Player One, on the other hand, comes out on the 30th of March.
Is it that soon?
Yep,
Give me another trailer then.
this is true. We've not seen much, have we?
I want another. Well, a lot of that film is going to be post-production, isn't it?
Yeah.
99% of
Literally
it.
all of
Pretty
it.
much.
Literally in cyberspace. Maybe they just did it in Second Life. The whole thing's just the Second Life.
That's how I kind of want it to look.
That's kind of like, if you haven't read the books, anyone who's listening or people in the room, like, it's the more money you get, the better your stuff appears in the thing, doesn't it? So he's like, the kid's really poor, and so
Everything looks
hasn't even got to change of
pixelated.
clothes or anything, has he? And like thing, and like people can block you out, can't they, as well? Like in like Black Mirror.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't know if I remember that bit. Still,
Yeah, I'm gonna have a reread of that. I think might listen to the audio.
the audiobook's very good.
Yeah,
That's
Will,
how I-
Will Wheaton's very good at reading it.
Yeah, that's
It's
how I
quite
consumed
fun.
it. Have you?
I keep
Come
meaning.
across it,
I've heard a lot of really good stuff about
Do-
it. and
do
I
the
do wanna-
audio
You
book.
would fucking
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, I've heard it's right. My
I've got a copy
street.
of the audiobook you can take with you. if you
Wicked,
want.
that'd be great. Yeah, thank you.
No
Yeah.
worries. But yeah, you at home, you go and purchase it, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Right. That's about it for news, guys. Trailers,
Crikey.
though. We've had some new trailers this week. There's a new one for Downsizing.
Yeah, that looks all right.
Matt Damon.
Getting shrunk. Getting shrunk.
We like a bit of Matt Damon.
It's
Yeah,
like
so-
reverse of The Martian, isn't it? He
Yeah,
gets shrunk and put somewhere with loads of people rather than being sent into space and lost on a planet on his own.
However, the new trailer gives away quite a key plot point.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad I ain't watched it then.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Involving his wife. Go and watch the trailer.
Shh.
You'll see what I... What?
I don't want to know.
Go and watch the trailer and you'll find out. If you don't want to find out, then don't watch the trailer. It's fine. Downsizing comes out on the 22nd of December. We're not that far away. Did you guys hear about this movie, an anthology movie coming out called Ghost Stories at all, by any chance?
No.
With Martin Freeman and a bunch of other...
Oh, I did hear about
British
this,
actors.
actually, yeah.
is it a remake of the original one?
What's the original one, Paul?
It was like a series of small stories type
Right.
of thing, all linked with this one woman, this character who gets murdered. It was sort of like a Brit film again. I think it was like I think it was one of that, that time when you get a lot of the Americans and the British all coming together to make like a rank movie or something like that, or one
Right.
of those.
A wank movie?
One of them, yeah. No, but not by rank films.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it was a late 70s, very early 80s production. It was quite good for the
Okay.
time. For its time, it's one of those fun little horrors.
Well, this is about a supernatural skeptic who invites 3 people for interviews to tell them about their experiences with supernatural stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and apparently it's fucking creepy and really quite a scary movie.
Cool.
I think
Oh, good.
one of the reviews said scarier than a fairground roller coaster with no brakes.
Yeah, that shit me up.
That's not scary, that's just fucking dangerous.
I'm gonna die. That's quite scary.
I think that's beyond scary. Scary's like, this is terrifying, but I survive. Like, if you die, you can't really be scared, because you're already dead.
How do you
What
know?
if being dead's really scary and you're just scared,
You're scared for eternity.
In a constant state of adrenaline.
Yeah, whatever state you're in emotionally when you die, that is what you're stuck in for eternity.
That's fucking terrifying.
I
So
watched-
make sure you die while coming.
God. Right, look, this Ghost Stories bloody teaser trailer. It's up on our Facebook page. Go and have a look, and that will be out on the 13th of April next year. Yeah, that's a Friday. Cool. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. There's a featurette, Ross, just for you.
Is it just The Rock being cool?
No, it's The Rock being a douche as usual.
The Rock's cool. He's cool in everything.
Wow.
He's alright.
He's a what? Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
Paid tribute to Stan Lee the other week, which was quite nice.
Did he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Had a photo of him and said ever since
He's
he
the
joined.
nicest guy in Hollywood.
Yeah, he said when I went into Hollywood, I met Stan Lee and he gave me loads of advice that I've always stuck by, and it's got me to better and better places.
And then I went and worked for DC.
Yeah.
Jumanji comes out on the 20th of December, Ross. You're up for that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm well up for that.
Well
I'm
hard
I'm
for
off
it.
work that week.
Oh, yeah.
So I could double bill Star Wars and Jumanji, couldn't I?
Sweet. Yes.
What date's your holiday start?
I'm off. I've got 3 weeks off this year.
Oh, amazing.
Wicked.
Like from the 15th till like the 7th of January.
Oh,
or
you can
something.
come to my special Christmas comedy show.
Maybe.
You will.
What, do you want me to do some comedy?
No,
About
you could just
bananas?
stand there and enjoy it.
The Disaster Artist, Paul. One for you.
Oh, I saw the trailer this week. Fantastic. Yeah.
Trailer looks amazing.
So apparently James Franco directed the entirety of this movie in
Right.
character as Jimmy Wiseau.
Oh, I can
Tommy
imagine.
Wiseau, sorry. But yeah.
That doesn't matter. Ha 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 ha. He's great.
It looks like a good film. It's coming out on the 8th of December. Go and watch the new trailer. That's
Oh,
up on our
hi,
Facebook
Mark.
page.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Ha 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 ha.
I did not hit her.
I did not hit her. Hi, it's like, oh, hi, Mark. Ha 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 ha. I got little something for you.
Brilliant. And it does look very convincing, doesn't he?
He does.
Yes,
He's got
I'm
the
well impressed.
his mannerisms right down.
Yeah,
It's
I'm really-
brilliant.
well, he's mates with him. I suppose he spends a
Yeah.
bit of time with him. So yeah. Right, Margot Robbie. Have you guys seen a trailer for a movie called I, Tonya? By
Is
any
it-
chance?
It's like-
Yes.
It's about Tonya Harding. Do you know the ice skater?
Oh,
no,
right.
This sounds good, doesn't it?
Okay.
It looks fucking crazy.
It does look mental. They've turned it into a kind of a psycho comedy kind of.
Like, is that what she was actually like? Was she the sort of woman that would just punch other ice skaters and break their legs
Well,
and stuff?
she actually plotted to have some of her mates beat up her main contender in the what was it for the
Winter Olympics.
It was
or
for
something.
the-
For real? Yeah.
for real the Winter Olympic
Yeah,
qualifiers.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it was.
Wow.
Wow.
So
So this is a biopic I can get down with. This makes sense.
So she was like ranked number 2 in the world, and the girl that was ranked number 1, they fucking smacked her around the knee with a baseball cap,
Yeah.
baseball bat, baseball cap, too much. But yeah, they literally physically beat the
Yeah.
crap out
The
of this girl.
story of this woman sounds like an interesting story. I'd watch this. It's a
It's a bit. It sounds almost a bit like Pain and Gain. Like Pain and Gain is based on real facts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
that one. What's that one?
A very good one.
It's a film with You'll Hate It. No, it's directed by what's his face? isn't
Michael
it?
Bay.
Michael.
Oh,
Bay.
we'll hate it then.
No,
But-
but it makes sense.
Okay.
Like the story is so outlandish, it needs Michael Bay to direct it.
Right,
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
And it features Mark Wahlberg and The Rock,
Wicked. All right.
but it's right up your street because it's a period piece as well.
Cool.
Which movie is that? Sorry, I missed
Pain
that.
and
Pain
Gain.
Pain and Gain. I've not seen it.
Brilliant film.
Okay. Is it an old film?
No, it's probably like 3 or 4 years old now.
So it's in the middle of the Transformers there somewhere.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's on Netflix now.
It's basically him doing what he does best, which is like ridiculously over the top stories, but it's a true story, and it kind of has that sort of Bad Boys, Jerry
It's kind of a
Bruckheimer
little-
period style to it.
But also it has a. I mean, in terms of like plot, almost it's like fuck, what are they called? I've just
Lethal
completely
Weapon?
brain
Bad
farted.
Boys.
Like a movie like Lock, Stock, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, right.
So like
Got you.
a ridiculous like crime
Like Snatch
caper,
and Lock, Stop, and yeah.
like Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, but real,
Right.
based
okay.
on real facts.
Ah,
Yeah, two
real things that
crazy
happened.
fucking weightlifters.
okay. Fair enough. Right,
They
cool.
did a thing of it in Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah, the riding. Yeah, the rides bit. Yeah.
It's
I
very
thought
good.
That, I thought that was
It's
based
not very
on.
good. It's good.
I thought that was based on Jay and Silent Bob skit.
No.
Yeah, it is a
Or is
combination
it
of both
a bit
of those.
half
yeah.
and half, is it? Fair enough. Right, look, I, Tonya is out on the 8th of December. So, yeah, this side of Christmas.
Cool. Check that out.
Go and have a
on
look at the trailer. It looks
cinema
like it
or
is.
Netflix.
Cinema.
Oh, I don't know, about 3 times in 1 month.
All of those
Plus
are
10
cinema
times watched
movies.
Star Wars.
All of those are cinema movies this week. No Netflix ones. So, that's about it, guys. Should we wrap it up? Where can we find you, Paul?
Oh, the usual places. I should be throwing a shit ton of stuff up soon on Rocket Punch Collectables. Curiosity. We should be getting loads of stuff on there online soon. I've been holding quite a lot back for Comic-Con, subject of our next podcast. But, gone and past. And whatever I've got left over, which is quite a lot of nice stuff, actually. And it'll be banged up there in the next few weeks.
Cool.
Yeah. About you, Adam? Where are you going to be?
Usual places, Adam Gatcher Arts on Facebook and YouTube. Got 2 big shows coming up in December, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that nearer the time. But yeah, if you go to Adam Gatcher Arts on Facebook or Cal Speak on Facebook, the information will be up there soon. Some of it's already out.
Ross?
You still find me playing Fortnite. I'm still not very good at it. So
Still not watched any of your videos yet. I should go and have a look at one of those later.
Yeah.
Ross's handle is rosscobaby.
Yes, that's correct. On PlayStation Network.
Go and find him and smack him with a saucepan.
Yeah, you can't do that, but
Or
anyway.
a banana.
Chris, where can we find you?
You'll find me hanging out on the SNEW with the Crew Facebook page, tagging all the trailers up there and stuff, and trying to get people to talk to us.
No, I wouldn't.
Drop us an email, folks, if you've got anything. podcast@snewnetwork.com. Let us know if there are any topics you want us to cover for the Retrocast, or any questions you might have about any of the topics that we've spoken about in the past, or anything you might think we've missed. Anything at all.
Yeah, anything. I mean, even directions.
Just
how
say
to get
hi.
to places, or
Just tell us you're out there.
yeah.
Hello. And, of course, there's my music page, Chris Quinton's Music and Things, which is quite close to having some stuff on it. I know I say that quite a lot, but it's so painfully close. And, of course, I run a little open mic night on a Thursday night in Cowes every single week at a place called the Vector's Tavern. So if you fancy that, you can find me there every week as well, having a bit of a sing-song.
Woo.
So, yeah, you've been listeners. We've been SNEW with the Crew. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I've got a whole episode without having a wee.
Wow. It's good going.
It's a celebration.
It is.
Yeah, I'm going now.
I can't feel the bottom half of my body on this fucking beanbag.
You don't need the bottom half. It's fine.
Not when you get to our age.